Greens one and all, how's everyone doing? I hope well. Thought I'd make some meatloaf tonight for dinner. It sounded good, so actually I had something else I was gonna do, but I got to thinking about it. I was like, well, if I buy this and this, you know, it's gonna be sitting around until I get around making it. So, or I can just change, you know, flip my plans and do one thing on the other, and then come back. And anyway, I'm actually quite fatigued tonight. I don't know why. Didn't get a lot of sleep last night, so I was fine until I got home. I also went to the gym today and worked out. So went to the gym, came, you know, hit the store, bought the ingredients, came home, just a wave of fatigue. So, but I'll do my best to work through it, power through it, and get dinner made, because I'm actually quite hungry anyway. So plus I burned a lot of calories at the gym, so quite famished. Alright, so I got some corn here. Get that out of my way. Corn's in season, so felt like I had to get it. And shuck this, get it ready. Plus it gets it out of my way, so. Alright, so I got that on. Throw in some salt for the water. So I actually don't follow a meatloaf recipe. I just kind of do a generic and just sort of wing it. I get 2 pounds, 80-20 ground beef. Got a, I believe that's the 3rd cup breadcrumbs. All the freaking ink for the labels wore off. Ridiculous. Got some paprika. I like paprika. Of course, I got my sloppy mama. Got some of that in there. Got this Mexican oregano. It's not weed. It's oregano I got at the store. I figured it might be good. Put a little of that in there. And even though I'm famous for not liking them, I actually have some Lipton onion soup. Like, what? Onions? You hate onions? I do. But, alright, I got some mushrooms here. Not everyone's favorite, but I sure like them. That one's a lot darker than the other one. I'm not going to use it. Alright, I got some fresh garlic here. I'm going to try a trick that I saw on a YouTube video. Where rather than peeling it first, they crushed it first. See how that works out. I need to get a drink of water. So, it does kind of seem to fall right out. Alright, good tip. Look at that. It's a lot easier to peel if I'm not having to sit there and like pull the skin off. Right, let me go get a drink so I'm not coughing. Alright, I'd forgotten something. I also need a beaten egg. I think the idea is if you beat the egg first, it's easier to mix into the meatloaf. So, I have a coworker who actually raises chickens, so I've been buying farm fresh eggs from her. Well, she just got that egg today, so I mean she charges $5, but I don't mind because farm fresh are way better than the store bought. Alright. And don't be afraid to get your hands dirty sometimes. Actually, I forgot something else. I was going to add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, and I didn't do that. So, let me get to that. As I made a big mess. Oh, I forgot something else too. So, with Worcestershire, and only because I had it laying around. I actually did a local eats. I shot a local eats the other day, but I got some teriyaki sauce. I figured, why not? I don't really have any other use for it, so I might as well just throw it in there. It's not very much, and it might be good. So. All mixed up. Looks pretty good. Alrighty. Get this sucker in here. Yeah, I might have needed 2 eggs, maybe. For 2 pounds of ground beef. I guess we'll just see what happens. This is a wax paper, and I'll explain why here in a second. I'm not going to bake it in this loaf pan. I'm just using this pan to form the loaf. Because what I have here is I got my sheet tray. I've got one of these racks, so it'll drain away all the grease, and then I got this foil boat to catch it all, and then I got this piece of foil here that the meatloaf's going to sit on. There we go. That looks alright. Now it should bake up nice, and the oven just went off, so let's get it right in the oven. I'm going to set it for 350 degrees. I'm going to try it for I think 20 minutes. Alrighty, timer just went off, so let's pull it out, take a look at it, temp it. Man, I got up from the chair and I was just like, I was struggling to get up from the chair just because it was leg day at the gym. So, oh yeah, it's still red. Yeah, it's not nowhere near close. All right, no. So I just temped it off camera. It was 100 degrees. So I've got some baked beans here going. I don't know, they just sounded good. Actually, I had a sweet potato in my cart, but I changed my mind. I just turned my corn on, and I'm gonna make scratch gravy. Excuse me, because I can't go back to packages anymore. So, all right, so beans are probably done. Still waiting on the corn. It's got to boil. Gonna get my gravy going now because I figured why not. And then I can actually hear the meatloaf, like it's dripping. Fat drips off and it hits the pan, but it sizzles. I can hear that sizzling. Good times. Alright, so gravy's done. It's actually thickening up. Coats the back of the spoon just fine. Actually, as it's sitting here, it's actually getting thicker, so I might actually throw a little bit more stock in there. Alright, so corn is done. Just putting some butter on it now. Corn really just needs lots of butter. Lots of butter, lots of salt. Well, salt to your preference, of course, but just roll it in the butter. Oh yeah. I added a bunch more stock, so its gravy is looking great. Give it a taste. Oh yeah. It's an unsalted butter, a spoonful of bacon grease, and then just a little flour and beef broth. And I'm happy with that. Kill the heat. Let's see how that meatloaf's looking. There you go. Let's throw the temperature gauge on it. 105, 117, 119, 120, 121. It should be a good medium rare. I don't mind my meatloaf being a little pink because I'm going to, tomorrow when I make lunch tomorrow, I'm going to heat it up in the microwave anyway, so. Alright. Sweet. Let's cut it and let's cut it up and kind of fell apart a little bit on me, but it's alright. It's not a deal breaker. I didn't let it rest first. I just opened it up, or I just cut it right out of the oven. I probably should have let it rest. Probably should have added another egg too, but oh well. So this is gravy. I'm gonna eat with a spoon because why not? A little extra pepper. Looks good to me. Another look at it. Got the beans here. I just put them in the bowl so they wouldn't spread all over the plate. And you got the meatloaf. Kind of a big pile, but I'm pretty hungry. So let's do a taste. Alrighty. Pretty good. That's not hard to make. That's all. Try the beans. I'm not going to eat the corn on camera because I got to hold it up with two hands and I'll just make a buttery mess. Hot. Whew. Really hot. Alright, well I'm gonna eat my dinner and I'll bring you guys back. Alright, well, clean plate. That was actually really good. Hit the spot. Wasn't overly complicated. Pretty easy to make. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.